Richard about something. I said, guys, well, I can hear you. I know we can hear you. So,
Right.
well, plus, and when John's mom was dying, I said, she might not want all you guys here. You know, you might have to just step out for a minute.
Right.
So, I don't know. I think there's so much we don't know about that. And it's a stressful time for families, so I'm just like, why do you guys all wait out in the hallway?
But you want to do something, but you can't do anything.
There's nothing you can do.
And the hardest part is to just watch, I think. And no, you can't.
Yeah.
No matter what you do,
I know.
that's what it is.
I told John, he goes, well, would you just have it tattooed on your chest or something? I said, if that ever comes to my life, you just give me as much morphine as they'll allow.
Yep.
Just give me morphine, and you tell all the doctors how much morphine.
Right, exactly.
Because I don't want to do that for anybody. Nobody should have to do that.
And I wouldn't want to linger. I'd want to just go.
Exactly. Just let me go. It's going to happen. Let's get it done. That's why they invented morphine.
Who knows what the person is actually experiencing during that time?
You know.
Just
we don't know.
Let me go.
Exactly. It's kind of a depressing thought for yoga.
Yeah, it's good to talk about it too. So.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks. I'm just so happy to come. And Patricia asked me, she goes, what time can you be here? Let's leave early. For yoga.
Breath in and out. And another breath in and out. Now when you're ready, taking your arms up, overhead, and leaning to the right side, letting that bottom hand fall away, and stretching out. And bringing both hands back to heart center. Again, that breath in and out. Taking our arms up, overhead, and leaning to the left side. Letting that bottom hand fall away, and stretching out. And returning both hands back to heart center. Another breath. We'll take the left hand over to the right knee. Right hand travels around behind, overlooking the right shoulder. And as you exhale, slowly turning your torso and seeing if you might be able to look behind you. And returning back to center. Again, that breath in and out. Right hand, left knee, left hand travels around behind, overlooking the left shoulder. And as you exhale, slowly turning your torso and seeing if you might be able to look behind you on the other side. And returning back to center. Again, our breath. Stretching our legs out wide, right hand to the right ankle, and stretching the left arm over top. Bringing that left hand down to our right toes, right hand to our right toes, and exhaling down, nose to that right knee. Inhaling up, left hand, left ankle, and stretching the right arm over top. Bringing that right hand to our left toes, left hand to our left toes, and exhaling down, nose to that left knee. Inhaling up, stretching wide, left fingers, right toes, and exhaling down. Inhaling up, stretching wide, right fingers, left toes, and exhaling down. Inhaling up, stretching wide. Again, left fingers, right toes, and exhaling down. Inhaling up, stretching wide again, right fingers, left toes, and exhaling down. Inhaling up, we'll put the right hand under the right knee, left hand under the left knee. Exhaling forward, bringing our chest as close as we can to the mat. Inhaling our torso up. Exhaling down, bringing our chest as close as we can to the mat. Inhaling up. And once more, exhaling down, bringing our chest as close as we can to the mat. Inhaling up, and we'll bring both legs together for our forward fold. Inhaling up, bending that right knee, putting that right ankle on top of the left thigh, and reaching forward for those left toes. Taking both legs long, forward fold. Inhaling up, bending the left knee, putting that left ankle on top of the right thigh, and reaching forward for our right toes. And taking both legs long again. Forward fold. Inhaling up. We'll take it into our boat position, hands behind our hips, taking both legs up, and our hands out by our knees. As we hold boat, we're going to take both arms up, overhead. We'll add crescent to it. We're going to take both arms off to the right side, back up, overhead. Both arms to the left side, crescent left, up, overhead, and coming back into our boat, hands by our knees, and back into our seated position. Inhaling up, exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down, and inhaling up, and exhaling down. We'll do one more boat with crescent, so we're going to bring those hands behind our hips, take both legs up, hands out by our knees, and then we'll bring those arms up, overhead. Crescent right, taking our arms out to the right side, back up, overhead, crescent left, back up, overhead, and returning back into our boat, and coming into our seated position. Inhaling up, exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down. Once more, inhaling up, and exhaling down. We'll come forward now into our table, hands and knees. Starting in my cow position, with my head up, and then here's our cat. Inhaling, tucking my head, arching my back, pulling my tummy up, and holding, and exhaling back around, into our cow. Cat again, inhaling, tugging my head, arching my back, pulling my tummy up, and exhaling back around into cow. And one more cat, inhaling, tugging my head, arching my back, pulling my tummy up, and holding. And exhaling back around into our cow. A breath in and out. We'll take this into our pigeon. Right ankle in front of the left knee. Pushing the left leg back. Drawing up from the torso. And taking both arms up, overhead. Left hand behind the left thigh. Taking both arms up, overhead. Bringing those hands to heart center. Turning my torso off to the right. Coming back to center. Turning my torso to the left. Returning back to center. And we'll bring both hands down by the right knee. Reaching back with that left hand for our left toes. And see if the right arm comes up. Bringing both hands down by that right knee. Exhaling down onto our forearms. And exhaling one more time, dropping our forehead onto the mat and stretching those arms out long in front of us. And unwinding, coming back into our table. That breath in and out. We'll bring that left ankle in front of the right knee, pushing the right leg back, drawing up from the torso, and taking both arms up, overhead. Bringing that right hand behind the right thigh, taking both arms up, overhead. Bringing those hands to heart center. Turning my torso to the right. Coming back to center. And turning my torso to the left. Coming back to center. We'll drop both hands down by that left knee. Reaching back with the right hand for our right toes. And see if that left arm might come up. Bringing both hands down by that left knee. Exhaling down onto our forearms. And exhaling one more time, dropping our forehead onto the mat. And stretching those arms out long in front of us. And unwinding, coming back into our table. A breath in. And out. We'll take that right arm all the way out in front and bring that left leg out behind us. Bending my left knee, drawing that right elbow back, connecting, left knee, stretching out, bending that left knee, drawing that right elbow back, connecting, left knee, and stretching out. Again, bending that left knee. We'll bring that right hand around and see if we can hang on to those left toes. And coming back into our table, our breath in and out. We'll take that left arm all the way out to the front right leg out behind us. Bending my right knee. Drawing that left elbow back. Connecting. Right knee. Stretching out. Bending that right knee. Drawing that left elbow back. Connecting. Right knee. And stretching out. This time as you bend the right knee, we'll bring that left hand around and see if we can hang on to those right toes. And then coming back into our table. A breath in and out. We'll take it back into our camel. So I'm going to bring my backside back over my heels and take both arms up, overhead. Right hand to the right heel, left arm is up. Bringing both arms up, overhead. Left hand, left heel, right arm is up. Bringing both arms up, overhead. And then into our camel. Right hand behind the right heel, left hand, left heel. A little bit of a back bend, looking up. And then we'll take that forward into our child's pose. Pushing up into our table. We're going to tuck our toes, pick our back sides up for down dog. And we'll start by walking the dog. Right knee forward and back, left knee forward and back, just like we're walking. Settling back into our down dog. We'll take that right hand over to the left ankle. Coming back into our down dog. Left hand over to the right ankle. And back into our down dog. We'll bring the right foot forward in between both hands in front. And when you're ready, inhaling up for our warrior one. For warrior one, we'll take this into our warrior two. Right arm is forward, left is behind. Into our reverse warrior. Coming back, warrior two. And we'll take the right hand all the way down, the left is up. Coming back, warrior two. A little bit of a twist, lower left forearm to the outside of the right lower leg, and taking that right arm up towards the ceiling. And returning back into our warrior two. And then finally back into our warrior one. And we'll bring both hands down on either side of the right foot. Scooting that right foot back into our down dog. We'll bring the left foot forward in between both hands in front. And when you're ready, inhaling up for our warrior one. We'll take that into our warrior two. Left arm is forward. Into our reverse warrior. Coming back, warrior two. And we'll take that left hand all the way down. The right is up. Coming into our warrior two. And we'll bring that lower right forearm forward, connected to the outside of the left lower leg. And take that left arm up towards the ceiling. And coming back, warrior two. And back into our warrior one. And we'll bring both hands down on either side of that left foot. Scooting that left foot back into our down dog. From down dog, we'll walk our feet back into our plank. And we'll do one plank elevator, dropping down onto our forearms. Pushing up into our plank. And settling back into our down dog. Again, walking our feet behind us puts us back into plank. Our one plank elevator, dropping down onto our forearms. Pushing back up into our plank. And back into our down dog. And last time, here we go, stretching our legs back into our plank. Our one plank elevator, dropping down onto our forearms. Pushing up into our plank. And back into our down dog. Taking that into our three-legged dog, we'll put our weight on that right foot as we take that left leg out behind us. Bending my left knee, turning my hip outward, dropping that foot over my hip. And if you need to be harder, walking your hands back and see if you can put them around the right ankle. And coming back into our down dog. Putting our weight on that left foot as we take that right leg out behind us. Bending my right knee, turning my hip outward, dropping that foot over my hip. And if you want, walking your hands back and see if you can put them around that left ankle. And coming back into our down dog. Walking our feet forward, right behind our hands. Slowly rolling upward, reaching on up. And settling into our mountain position. A breath in and out. We'll do our sun salutation, taking our arms up, overhead. Coming forward into our forward fold. Hands behind our calves. Relaxing our head, relaxing our neck. Putting our hands on the mat in front of our toes. Bringing those hands up to our knees. Down to the mat. Up to our knees. Down to the mat. once more, up to our knees. And then down to the mat. We'll leave the right foot forward, take the left behind, into our lunge. Right palm is down, rotating left arm and fingers overhead. Bringing that left hand down, rotating right arm and fingers overhead. Bringing that right hand down, inhaling up for our side angle, right forearm on top of the right thigh, taking the left arm overhead. Only thing we'll change is position of our arms, left forearm on top of the right thigh, and take that right arm overhead. And then turning that into our reverse warrior. Right hands is a look at the sun. Bringing both hands together, heart center. Connecting my thumbs between my eyebrows, looking up. Bringing those hands to heart center. And we'll twist. Left elbow, right knee, turning to the side. And we'll put both hands down by that right foot. Taking that right foot back into our down dog. Tucking my chin, bringing that left knee forward and holding. Putting the left foot down. Tucking my chin, bringing that right knee forward and hold it. Putting my right foot down. And then we're going to bend our knees and come into that chair position, arms out front. From chair, we're going to take it into a squat and bring our arms overhead for garland. Coming back into our chair. Back into our garland with that squat. One more chair. Taking our arms out front. And last garland into that squat. Taking our arms overhead. From garland, we'll put the right hand on the right knee, stretch the left arm over top. Coming back into our garland. Left hand on the left knee, and stretch the right over top. Coming back into our garland. And then back into our down dog. Walking my feet back into my plank position. Here's our hip dip right. Right hip towards the mat. Coming back into our plank. Hip dip left. Left hip towards the mat. Coming back into our plank. And we're coming all the way down. Your choice, either resting on your forearms for Sphinx, or palms down, and pushing back for Cobra. When you're ready, tucking your toes, down dog. Tucking my chin, bringing that left knee forward and holding. Putting the left foot down. Tucking my chin, bringing that right knee forward and holding. Putting the right foot down. And we'll take the left foot forward. The right is behind. Into our lunge. Left palm is down, rotating. Right arm and fingers overhead. Bringing that right hand down, rotating. Left arm and fingers overhead. Bringing that left hand down. Inhaling up for a side angle. Left forearm on top of the left thigh. And taking the right arm overhead. Only thing will change is position of our arms. Right forearm on the left thigh. Stretching the left arm overhead. And then taking it back into our reverse warrior. Bringing both hands together, heart center. Connecting my thumbs between my eyebrows, looking up. Bringing those hands to heart center. And our twist, right elbow, left knee, turning to the side. And putting both hands down by that left foot. Getting ready, bringing that right foot forward into our forward fold. Slowly rolling upward, reaching on up. And settling into our mountain position. That breath in and out. We'll do our tree, weight is on the right foot. Left foot goes against the right ankle or somewhere along the right leg. So we bring those hands to heart center. Growing tree, arms overhead. Springtime tree, arms to the side. Back up, growing tree. And bring those hands to heart center. And finally stepping back into our mountain. A breath in and out. Same thing other side, weight is on the left foot. Right foot goes against the left ankle or somewhere along that left leg. Growing tree, arms overhead. Springtime tree, arms to the side. Back up. Growing tree. And bringing those hands to heart center. Stepping back into our mountain. That breath in and out. We'll take it into our horse today. So we're going to turn the right knee out, turn the left knee out, and come into that horse position. I'm going to lunge over to the right as I straighten that left leg. Coming back, horse. Lunging over to the left as I straighten the right leg. Returning, horse. Again, straightening the left, lunging to the right. Coming back, horse. Straightening the right, lunging to the left. Coming back, horse. And we'll do one more. So I'm going to lunge to the right as I straighten the left. Returning, horse. Lunging to the left as I straighten the right. And coming back, horse. And finally returning back into our mountain. A breath in and out. Let's do our triangle. Right foot is forward, left is behind. Arms are out. right hand, right ankle, and the left arm is up. Maybe taking that right arm and pointing it out to the left side. Bringing both hands around that right ankle, looking up for our gazing pose, and making our way back up. Stretching our arms out, left hand, right ankle, and the right arm is up. Maybe taking the left arm out to the right side. Putting both hands around that right ankle, looking up for our gazing pose, and making our way back up. Settling into our mountain. Breath in and out. Triangle other side, left foot's forward, right is behind. Arms are out, left fingers, left ankle, and the right arm is up. Maybe taking that left arm out to the right side. Bringing both hands around that left ankle, looking up for our gazing pose, and making our way back up. Stretching our arms out, right hand, left ankle, and the left arm is up. Maybe taking the right arm and pointing it out to the left side. And bringing both hands around that right ankle, looking up for our gazing pose, and making our way back up. Settling into our mountain. A breath in and out. We're going to take it into our star pose. So weight's going to be on the right leg. We're going to bend that left knee, palms are up, picking up that left foot. Can you connect that right elbow to your left knee? And coming back into our mountain. Star pose other side, so weight's on the left foot. We're bending the right knee, palms are up. We're going to pick up the right foot. Can you connect that left elbow to your right knee? And coming back into our mountain. A breath in and out. Same thing one more time, so we're going to start on the right foot, bending that left knee, coming up into our star pose. And we're going to think about connecting the right elbow to the left knee. Coming back into our mountain. And then weights on the left foot. We're bending the right knee. Palms are up, picking up the right foot. And we're going to think about taking this left elbow to that right knee. And coming back into our mountain. We'll come forward into our forward fold. And drop that down into our table. Putting our right forearm down, stretch that left arm overhead. Bringing that left forearm down, stretching the right arm overhead. And coming back into our table. Breath in and out. Again, we're going to put that left forearm down on the mat and stretch that right arm overhead. And as you do that this time, can you stretch out that left leg And maybe even pick up that left leg and hold. And we're coming back. We'll put that right forearm down on the mat. Stretch that left arm overhead. As you do that, can you stretch out that right leg? And maybe even pick up that right leg and hold. And returning back into our table. We'll turn to the right side, looking back at that right foot. Returning to center. And turning to the left side. Looking back at that left foot. And then we're headed over onto our backs. Feet down, knees up, arms wide. Our breath in and out. We'll cross the right leg over the left. And then we'll take both knees off to the left side for our side twist. Taking that into our shrimp pose, extending the top leg nice and long, with the right hand reaching around for the toes or the ankle on the bottom. And maybe taking that left arm up towards the ceiling. And unwinding, feet down, knees up, arms wide. Again, our breath in and out. We'll cross the left leg over the right. And we're going to take both knees off to the right side. Again, our side twist. Taking that top leg and extending it nice and long, with the left hand reaching around for the toes or the ankle on the bottom. And maybe that right arm comes up towards the ceiling. And unwinding, feet down, knees up. Again, that breath in and out. We'll take that right leg up towards the ceiling and roll that right ankle. First one way, and then the other. Pulling my toes towards me, pushing them away, towards me, and away. And starting that circle with my right leg. Making that circle go around the other way. Taking that right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, lowering that right heel halfway between the ceiling and the floor and holding. As you exhale the next time, dropping that right heel almost to the mat. Not quite there. Letting it hover. And we'll take the right leg all the way up with both hands then. We're going to reach for those right toes. And then releasing out, feet down, knees up. Our breath in and out. We'll take that left leg all the way up towards the ceiling. And roll that left ankle. First one way, and then the other. Pulling my toes towards me, pushing them away, towards me, and away. And then starting that circle with my left leg. Bringing that left leg all the way up towards the ceiling. And then making that circle go around the other way. Taking that left leg back up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, lowering that left heel halfway between the ceiling and the floor and holding. As you exhale the next time, dropping that left heel almost to the mat, not quite there, letting it hover. And we'll take the left leg all the way up with both hands. We're reaching for those left toes. And releasing out, feet down, knees up. Our breath in and out. We'll take both legs up towards the ceiling. And we'll get ready for our windshield wipers. So both legs are going to work together, and we'll take them off to the right side and hold. Bringing our legs up, overhead. And then taking both legs off to the left side and holding. Bringing our legs back up, overhead. And again, both legs are going to work together, but this time we're going to lower them straight. So we're going to lower them halfway between the ceiling and the floor and hold. And then we're going to drop both heels almost to the mat, not quite there, letting them hover just off the mat. And bring our legs all the way back up towards the ceiling. Taking our breath in and out. Again, our windshield wiper, we're going to take both legs off to the right side, holding right. Bringing our legs up, overhead. And now windshield wiper left, we're going to take both legs off to the left side and hold. And bringing our legs back up, overhead. Again, we're going to lower both heels halfway between the ceiling and the floor and hold. And then dropping both heels almost to the mat, not quite there, letting them hover just off the mat. And we'll bring both legs back up towards the ceiling. Again, our nice breath in and out. Getting ready, last time, here we go, taking both legs off to the right, holding right, windshield wiper right. Bringing our legs back up, overhead. And now we're going to take both legs off to the left side, windshield wiper left. Bringing those legs back up, overhead. When you're ready, we're going to lower both heels halfway between the ceiling and the floor and hold. Last time, dropping those ankles almost to the mat, not quite there, letting them hover. And then we'll bring both legs back up towards the ceiling. Get our breath in and out. Coming all the way out into our neutral. Feet down, knees up. That breath in and out. And then we'll roll over and we'll take a moment in child's pose. And then making ourselves comfortable for our Shavasana on our backs, sponge pose. And as we relax back, beginning with our nice deep breaths in and out. Inhaling all the way in and pushing the air all the way out. to notice that place, that pause between our inhalation and our exhalation. Slowly bring our awareness to our forehead, smoothing out our forehead, relaxing my eyebrows, relaxing that place between our eyebrows, drawing the relaxation down through our cheeks and into our jaw, maybe opening our mouth just a little bit as we invite our jaw to relax. Bringing that relaxation down through our neck. And as you exhale, dropping your shoulders, releasing them. Thinking about deepening that space between the bottom of your ears and the tops of your shoulders. Drawing the relaxation down through your arms, into your wrists, softening your hands, releasing your fingers, allowing your thoughts to just come and go, not dwelling on any one thing. Bringing that relaxation down through our chest, into our tummy, relaxing our hips, softening our thighs, releasing our knees, lower legs, ankles, and our feet. And taking a moment to continue to drift and melt. Continuing to slow everything down. And maybe on today's journey, you find yourself walking along on a forest path. The path is next to a woodland area that has started to regrow. Noticing the small saplings, the young trees, noticing how nature seems to come back from the disturbance, and how the disturbance has started to fade. Before you are different levels of terraced waterfalls. And as you watch the flow of the water wash down from one level to the next, you notice the clear forest pool down below where all the water is emptying. As you look into that forest pool, you notice how clear the water is. And as you begin to study that forest pool, you notice some fish swimming around. And then you notice the fish beginning to make their way up through the levels of the terrace. And you begin to recognize that they're salmon. Taking a moment in this beautiful place to see what's meant for you to see on your journey today. Coming back to your breath, noticing its peaceful, easy rhythm. Taking a moment to give thanks for whatever comes to mind today. Also taking a moment to think about our intentions, all those good things we'd like to do. Gathering those positive affirmations in our mind. And when we have those intentions gathered together, either in our mind's eye or we can raise our arms up over our head and send all those good thoughts outward. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling out. Reconnecting with our bodies, noticing the rise and fall of our chest as we inhale and as we exhale. Checking in with our fingers, wiggling our fingers, noticing how they feel. Checking in with our toes, wiggling our toes, seeing how they feel. Allowing our senses to bring us back to the room around us. Any sounds in the room, the temperature of the room. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling out. And when you're ready to come back from your journey, only when you're ready to come back, gently sitting up and taking your time. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you so